This month, we're pausing our regular Get Shit Done method series to dive into homework routines because it's September and, that's where we're all at in life. And it's about setting you and your kids up for success. So join me for my last series on this topic. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, I'm Brianne McKenzie. I'm a mom of 4 little kids, teacher of students with special needs, and a health and productivity buff. And this is the Get Shit Done podcast, where I help busy moms learn to get shit done in their lives through everyday, tangible productivity tips and tricks that'll be sure to help you get shit done. Whether you're a busy working mom inside or outside the home, I'll share my how-tos and my step-by-step strategies you need to prioritize what's important in your life and create the energy you need to follow through. Now, grab your earbuds and join me for a mom chat while you're doing the dishes, folding the laundry, or exercising with your kids. And let's get shit done together.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode. So glad to be here with you. We're pulling it all together this week with our homework series that we've had on this month. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the systems, the coaching support that I offer, and how it can be fun for the family. So let's dive into it. So we're almost to October. So I know my kids are in the thick of the back to school routines, like they're established now and teachers are starting to hand out the homework and the expectations are kind of piling on as well. At the same time, the fall sports are in full swing. So we're kind of feeling the pressure of it all. I like that September kind of starts off slow and gradual for us. It's not all bam right at once. But here we are at the end of September and that's kind of where things are starting. And on top of that, I started a master's program, which is, my last master's program I finished about 10 years ago. And so it is hard. It's hard to get back into the swing of those things. My brain, to be able to write, it's challenging. And the landscape of university has changed a lot in 10 years. Anyway, so we're all feeling it. But I want to remind you of the pillars of this homework system, which again, you can translate into any system in your home, but we're thinking homework these days. So I want you to pick your top 3 priorities for your kids. That's going to be based on their ability to complete the tasks and feel successful at the end. And you have to plan your timing. Do you have sports? Do you have something going on? What's going on in the evening for your family? How much capacity do you have? And then we're going to add in the fun. We're going to make it kind of gamified and you're going to have a reward at the end for your kid based on what they're asking for. So if they want their tablet time or they want to play a game or they want to go outside, whatever it is, that's what the thing is going to be at the end. But try to think about, again, your capacity and the capacity you have to follow through with it in the evening. Sometimes we're going to have lots of sports and our homework is going to be very short and quick. And it's going to be write your name on your paper, do this one question, color in this, or fill in your reading log and then be done. That's kind of the things that happen on busy nights. And that's okay because it's still just even if it's phoning it in, it's following through with the plan and you're still building that momentum. So small tweaks, it can mean that homework time is smoother. So again, I think the biggest thing about these small tweaks are going to be the length of the task or the ability for your kid to complete it. So if you're having a day where your kid is pushing back on you or you just don't have it, those days are the ones that you're going to limit those tasks to be really small and get those quick wins for your kids. Create a simple homework routine that works for the family and the rhythm. So some families like to do it as soon as they get home from school, so it's done. Other families like me, we're after supper most days, but some days we have sports, so it's before supper. So it's what works for the pattern of your family. And the pattern of my family after supper is that my kids really want to watch a show before bed. So I'm great. That's how I work the homework in so that when they're done, they can have the show. So that works most evenings for us, but not every evening. So we got to be able to adjust it too. We want to have a positive association with homework and not dread. that's easier said than done, I know. But if we're making it more like, if we're attaching our attention or our time with our kid with that homework, and we're attaching a lot of praise to it, they're not necessarily going to see it as negative and hard. They might see it as more like time with you, or you get to show mommy all the cool things that you can do in math or whatever it is, and kind of flip the script with it, because it's not meant to be like drills and crying and tears and all this stuff. We can make it more of a positive association, which will mean that it won't like be such a hard sell when you want them to do their homework. Maybe you have a nice snack with it. You can put music on while they do it, or maybe there's like nice supplies that they use when they do their homework, or it's just you with them and your attention. That is huge. That's going to make a positive association for sure. Movement boost to help, adding movement in to help with focus, like that's awesome too. So maybe you have a little like, so one of my sons, he has ADHD, and before we kind of really knew that, we always knew he was super busy, and we would always like identify that he would just like run laps around the house at like 6 p.m. every night. Like it was funny because Justin and I could like time it. Anyway, so during the homework time, it's hard for him to sit at that time of night. Like he is literally like, it's the last thing he wants to do. So I would always do a little task, and then he'd have to run 2 laps, and I'd time him to see how fast he was. And then the next time he did the task and he had to run 2 laps, he'd try to beat that time. And it was like, he's looking forward more to that run than the homework, but guess what? It's getting done. So that also kind of like got the fidgets out of his system, and he could focus really quickly on that small task. And for him at that time, the tasks were super small. But it was more about the consistency and the momentum over time. You could have some fun dance music. I know my kids love that. Or maybe we just do like a little stretch routine or something that just like gets your brain into that mindset. I have a friend who's been helping me with some wellness stuff, and she was helping me with transitions. And one of the things she's suggesting is like grounding before that stuff. So that sounds a little woo-woo, but basically I'm taking 3 massive deep breaths slowly, calmly, and saying, I can do this. I'm calm. I'm safe. I'm present, and I'm moving on. And that helps with that shift. It like shifts my brain into work mode, because now I gotta write essays, you guys. Like what the anyway. So that's been helping. So the other thing for me, it was cool last week. I had to write a paper, and so I got my daughter to like get her homework out, and we did homework together. I mean, that's not, obviously everyone's not gonna do that, but like there's something I'm sure you can do, whether it's like your planning or your grocery list or whatever, and you sit down together to do it. That's pretty neat too. So we're focusing on progress and not perfection for this, so we can take the stress out of it. I know in the past, maybe when we were growing up, it was like perfection with this homework, and how you had to have every question right, and your teacher was like, you need to do your homework at home and all that stuff. This is about the routine of following through with something that you need to work on over time for our kids. And so, the progress in that can be the idea that your kid's able to adapt and adjust to the demands of those tasks. So some days they're able to do short ones, some days they can do long ones. And that's progress, to be able to say, look how you can still do it, and we can just adjust. Those are the things those long-term, like fundamental things we're looking to teach our kids with homework, rather than like the actual math question. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, side note as a teacher, the only things that should be coming home are mastered skills, things your kids already know, to just continue to practice reading, maybe math questions they already know how to do, just to like keep that fluency up and those kinds of things. So there shouldn't be much of the challenge of like learning something new. Obviously there's different, things around that for schools, but in my opinion, because that takes the tears and the crying out of the whole thing. So anyway, we're working on the progress, not the perfection, and those long-term fundamental like goals and values are important to teach our kids, and that's a way to do it. Anyway, setting up homework station in your house can be really helpful. Like we have a little rolly cart, and it has all the things, so we just move it in and move it out when we need to. And then it's not like spending a lot of time running around looking for things. That can really help to not only create the rhythm, but just like make it a quick thing and not a big deal. So I just wanted to do that last little blitz of the homework series that we had going on, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. I want to send a little quick note to you. So if you want support with how to implement a homework routine, but not only that, any other routine, whether it's bedtime, it's morning, it's a cleanup after supper, whatever you feel like your family's struggling with. If you want a little bit of that support, I'm here to offer that. I'm offering one-on-one coaching relatively inexpensively to support individual parents, because I know that I literally am doing it right now with a friend who's doing wellness stuff for me, but I've done it in the past with nutrition. I've done it in the past with the sleeping, with the things I struggle with. I seek out someone to help, and that's what I want to be for you. So we're offering one-on-one coaching. Check it out in the links in the show notes, my bio on Instagram, all the things. You know where to find me. But my free homework workshop is still available. And if you'd like to grab that, you can do this on your own too. And all the materials are there to help you like teach your kids with visuals how to get through this homework routine. And it's super helpful. So grab that for free still. And I just really want to do a little side note. I'm going to be doing a little pause on my get shit done stuff. I will still be coaching, and I'm still here to support moms in the club and things like that. But I'm going to be hitting pause on the podcast and on my social media for a little bit because, well, there's been some changes. I'm in my master's program, which is a lot. It is a lot. But I've also been feeling this pull to just like pull back from social media a bit because I want to, I don't even know if this makes sense, but I like don't want to be influenced. I don't want to see something and feel like I need to buy it. I don't want to look at something and, want that or want to look like this or want to eat that thing. Like I just feel like I want to quiet all the noise for a bit, especially where I'm training my brain to get into a new space in life to, write, be thoughtful, be critical, all of the things. I have to make space in my life for it. And so right now, while I'm readjusting to this new kind of time management, like I want to still fit in the things that are top priorities for me, but I also have this new huge thing that I need to find space and time for. So I'm trying to sort that out. And while I do that, I'm going to be hitting pause on my get shit done stuff. I'm not going away. I'm going to be behind the scenes doing the other things. So since you know where to find me, since you know where to listen to these podcasts, you can always go find me there. I just won't be like doing the stories and the posts and actively doing workshops and things right now, but there's so much archived and there's so much there that there's anything you need help with is available to you. And this isn't a goodbye forever. This is just a pause while I figure out how to get my shit together with this new opportunity in my life of my master's program. And, all the quieting all of the social media stuff. I want to learn to like live in this space, support moms without having to be on the socials all the time to like really, be influenced by all that. Anyway, that's where it is. So you won't hear a podcast coming out for a bit, but you know where to find all the old ones. And I hope you're enjoying your fall weather. Ours is beautiful. It is so nice. It's been like still shorts weather over here, which is unheard of. So we're enjoying that as I adjust to this new normal for me. Take care. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, that's it for me today. I'm likely needed for some mom duties right about now. Thanks so much for joining me for a chat, and let's do it again soon. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at Brianne_McKenzie123 for more tips and tricks on how to get shit done.